Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division Qualifier number 4. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Team Alexander Fan Club, and on the right is going to be Team Rippers. And I know you're sitting at home wondering how we got to Battlefield of Eternity for our first map. Home team this evening will be Team Alexander Fan Club. They opted for map pick priority for game number 1, banning out Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom, Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Sky Temple and Towers of Doom were banned up by the members of Team Rippers, as Battlefield of Eternity was the first map chosen by Team Alexander Fan Club. I did have the chance to cast Team Alexander Fan Club last week, and I believe they actually had some really interesting and fun plays to watch, and that was why I was really excited to grab this matchup, because we were going to see two new teams in the light of Team Rippers as well as New Game Plus. GG's to New Game Plus, who was knocked out, but they can still come back in weeks 5 and 6 and try and once again get some points for their run towards the Storm Division. So we might be seeing them next week and the following. But Team Alexander Fan Club, they stood out to me a little bit, and we had that Cho'Gall game already from Team Rippers, so I'm ecstatic to be casting them, and I'm also excited to be seeing a different map. We're not going to restart on Infernal Shrines, where we see a lot of teams do that exactly. Team Rippers actually chose Infernal Shrines in the last series. This will be the map pick from Team Alexander Fan Club, who might have been watching this series beforehand, so they might know that Cho'Gall might be a pocket pick for them, and they might be having something like, all right, well, we have to constantly have, like, in the back of our mind, like, maybe we have to deal with the Cho'Gall, and that's a good thing for them to constantly be thinking about if they did their research beforehand. Or they could have just been hanging out, having some pizza before. Either way, we do have a lot of things up and available as we get into our first pick. Ana's up and available. We have things like Greymane, Vala, high priorities onto potential, or high priorities onto the race potential. Hanzo's actually a great option as well. Those three are typically prioritized. Now, the big question I have for the members of Team Alexander Fan Club, are they going to be going into this healer tank? Are they going to go for their race tank? Are they going to go for a healer race? Like, what's the direction? Because I feel like those are the most common three first picks that I see. It's actually going to be their off lane, and I don't think this is their race. This is just their burst damage in a sense, which is not insane, but it's not something I see prioritized this early. Imperius into the solo lane is interesting. A lot of teams are prioritizing the Imperius overall because of his team fight tactics, I guess you could say, and just his overall prowess within said team fight, and his aggression that he can bring to the table in the CC. So maybe they just really wanted that option straight out the gate. They're like, we got this. We know we can land these spears, and we can get the burst damage from Tassadar. They're gonna grab themselves an ETC and a Greymane on the right hand side and round up their draft before we get into the ban phase. I really love this draft as it's unfolding for Team Rippers. Like, Ana, ETC, Greymane, that's a wonderful composition together. You have Sleep Dart from Ana, ETC Power Slides follows up, or vice versa. Greymane, meanwhile, is just shredding through in their Worgen form. I like it a lot. Now, they do need a solo lane, and they need some sort of mage. They could look to ban out something like a Jaina if they don't want to deal with it, because it does synergize with the ETC, or something in the solo lane up against the Imperius. It is going to be that Rexar. They don't want to deal with the Misha Bear harassment, as well as the overall aggression that Rexar can kind of bring to said solo lane with the Misha, and into the later half of the game you have the Unleash the Boars for good sustained chase, and that allows the Greymane ETC to really get in there and just kind of harass afterwards. Ban on the right-hand side, they are going to need a healer for the members of Team Alexander Fan Club, so they could limit that a little bit further, maybe banning out something like a Stukov, just so you don't have the Lurking Arm underneath the Celestial Charge, but it's going to be a Mei. They don't want to deal with the potential setup from her, and her overall harassment and sustainability is a little difficult to deal with at times. She is too, Cassia was booped on the nose with a single sheet of paper and was like, no, please stop being such an aggressive force. She's not going to change much, I'm telling you that right now. The Cassia and the Mei changes today don't, at least on paper, read very much like a change, but we'll see how that actually affects the meta itself. Whitemane will be grabbed here. I would say she's rising in popularity. As for, okay. I'm wondering, because I'm just trying to think, like, do I like the Whitemane over something else? I kind of like a Lucio here a little bit more than the Whitemane. Sustained chase would be good. Break it down's a good way to kind of pause the team fight. You do have more control with the Lucio as well. Whitemane feels a little squishy if Greymane gets onto her, and now you have an Orphea trying to chase in as well. This is looking like a big synergistic play coming out from the side of Team Rippers as Antonija And Tonija, I'm so sorry for murdering your name. Thank you for the follow, though. I'm glad you're enjoying the content you're seeing. Yrel will be the last pick on the right-hand side, and that will be their solo lane into the Imperius. That should be a very fun solo lane to watch. We'll try and keep an eye on that one as the game does progress. Last pick on the left-hand side, they need Race. I actually like the Hanzo here. Hanzo or Vala. I think those are the two directions I'd be leaning in. It's whatever my assassin wants to really... Huh. That's not what I was expecting. I'm trying to think of like whose draft I like more, and I'm not sure whose draft I really like more. The race, the burst, the aggression from the side of Team Rippers is really strong, but Team Alexander Fan Club, their setup can be devastating. Shadow Charge, I don't know. I really don't know who I give this over to. This is going to be a really, really fun game for our first game. Oh my god, wording tonight. This will be a really fun first game in our final best of 3. There we go. Thank you all once again for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're all having fun watching these games. I know I'm having a blast. I hope you all are as well. Thanks for the thingy. Oh, nice, nice. I have no idea what that is. What even? Hyper crate. Huh, interesting. All right. Nice, DB. Thanks for giving that out in chat. All right, let's get into it. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Team Alexander Fan Club. Any problems going to be on the Maev? We've got Clover on the white main. The Pelota is going to be on the Diablo. My pal Vince will be on the Imperius. And we have Clazy on the Tassadar. On the right-hand side for Team Rippers, we are going to be seeing Nelly on the Orphea, JP on the Grey Main, Hope will be on the Ana, Red 11 will be on that ETC, and we have Champ of Horde on the Yrel. Let's get into bottom lane and check out our first engagement.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, phew, excuse me. Someone got pinged to no end right there, and I don't... Okay. We got JP's vision right now. Let's just see what they're seeing. ETC is just going to see the My Pal Vince and get a power slide through. That's Diablo coming in onto Nelly in the background as well. ETC is going to get overpowered, and that will be first blood in favor for Team Alexander Fan Club as Champ of Horde's rotated down. Diablo very low. Sleep Dart will connect, and they get the kill onto them as well. Not getting the Celestial Charge there, but Umbral Bind will find another pull, and that's going to be the pick onto the Orphea, and they get the kill onto the Yrel. Dear Lord. A 1 for 3 in favor for Team Alexander Fan Club, starting things out on this Battlefield of Eternity map. Dear, just wow. 5-man bot ARAM Pog? Yes, exactly. Now this is an interesting thing to see. Diablo solo lane. Huh. Curious as to why. Oh, shoot. I was trying to get the right vision. I don't think they actually saw Greymane rotate over for that camp. So while that's happening over there, they're going to notice that there's only 3 in bottom lane, so they probably are calling this out, and they know that they're going to be on that camp. Diablo's just going to be looking for souls. There's going to be JP seeing it, and they, you know, fire stomping into the wave like that. Actually, they shadow charge on, but they're just like, I can't. I'm just going to get booped right off. But they are getting a little aggression into them as there's going to be a white main and a white main and a Maev rotation. Any problem going to be coming in over here? That's going to be white main with a little bit of damage. That's going to be the Giggle Beam onto Champ of Horde. Shadow Charge is going to be out. They get a Fire Stomp out as well. Greymane dives in, trying to find the finishing damage onto the Pelota as another Righteous Hammer comes out into any problem. They do get knocked away. Spirit of Vengeance in. This is also going to be Spirit of Vengeance build from the Maev from level 1. So we have that Pursuit of Vengeance from that level 1, and that'll be able to just chase even harder as they get the damage they need onto the Yrel, and they find the kill. They lose the camp, but they get the kill in top lane. I want to see what this, each hero tethered by Umbral Bind reduces the cooldown of Spirit of Vengeance by 2.5 seconds. Spirit of Vengeance also cools down. Okay, so it's basically a trade right there. 2.5 for 1. Back and forth. It makes sense in my head. All right, how's it going, friend? Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Shout out to Wedge, who's killing it on the admin side. At least telling me things. Like, I don't know if there's different admins for different groupings, but Wedge, just on point, was just like, we finished the last series, like, I got a message immediately. It was just like, hey, they need like 10 minutes. I'm like, bless you, Wedge. Like, I can vent for 10 minutes or ramble for 10. Thank you. Just keep me up to date. I love it. NGS staff does a good job with these events. Very, very happy to always work with them. All right. Immortals will be spawning here in the next few seconds. This is going to be north and south positioning with the camps coming out. I like this camp timing a little bit more because it literally puts them in the situation where they're like, I either have to clear it or like they have to leave the Immortal phase to go clear, or they just have to race. And this one in bottom lane was a little bit earlier, but it seems like since they were so focused on top, this is just completely mitigated. So Team Alexander Fan Club might get a little bit more value from that than in top lane, because we already see the Maiev dealing with that. Classie's trying to get out of there as they do back off. The Sleep Dart narrowly missing the Tassadar as they throw some damage backwards. Unfortunately for the members of Team Alexander Fan Club, the Shaman was targeted by the tower, so that means it will go down, because once that tower locks on, it just will not break that lock, unless obviously you destroy it or you move the unit out of its range, I guess you could say. Either way, race does go over to the right-hand side. Big surprise from Team Rippers winning the race with a Greymane. Power slide from the ETC. That's going to be a decent amount of damage going out. There's a force wall out from the Tassadar as well. Champa forward trying to work their way out of here. That's going to be Greymane lunging in as well with that Dark Flight. There's a lot of damage going back onto them as they don't get hit with the Celestial Charge. Meanwhile, Champa forward so very low. Giggle Beam finds the damage they need, and they're going to get the kill onto Urel. 5-2 in kills. And here's the argument that one of my friends used to make with me all the time is this is the situation that we would, you know, draft for. I would sit there and be like, we have no Immortal race. They're like, you don't need Immortal race if you win the team fight before the Immortal race. And you're not wrong. So Tassadar is going to come over here and just beam for a while. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, where things are happening, there's going to be a lot of damage onto Red 11, who does have a power slide backwards, trying to get out of here. Looks like they're going to stay in this fight. They're going to take a bit of damage. Nice force wall from Tassadar. Shockray comes out, and they get the kill onto them. Nelly getting low as well. That's just Tassadar just literally standing still, getting the damage they need. Hope is overpowered and away from their friendly team, as there's going to be a Shockray that goes out, but it doesn't connect. Do they go for the Shadow Charge? They don't. They turn around, they go back and defend their Immortal, and I believe Tassadar goes back and tickles the Immortal with their Shock. It'll just be... Look at that beam. Meanwhile, over here on the right-hand side, they're going to try and just race this down against them, and between... Just, dear lord, the Greymane race is insane. They actually lose it. Right? Wait, did they lose it? Yeah. Yeah, they did. It's... I love it. I absolutely love this. I really wasn't expecting it to go that way. I thought they were actually going to have that at the end, but I was mocking the Tassadar beam, and it has no race potential. ETC with the power slide and the knockback against the wall is really going to work out for them, but Spirit of Vengeance will get them out. Any problem will be able to get to the far side of the gate as the Diablo is still soaking in top lane. Team Alexander Fan Club still running this Diablo solo. Really interesting. Fire Stomp build, Diablo solo lane is coming down over here. Maybe it was just pushing back the wave. I'm not sure. Commence Immortal Whittling. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Diablo's not sure about the angle they want to come into this fight at, and they're going to be hovering around this backline. The Immortal does go down. There's a Righteous Hammer to stop the Pelta from getting in there, and they just disengage. They get half the fort and most of the gate. Actually, all of the gate, even the sidewalls. As there is going to be, they were looking at this camp, but they're just going to be forcing them back. They have the level advantage, but their map and their objective phases is so weak on the side of Team Alexander Fan Club. It's a really weak Immortal phase, and that's gonna hurt them. And it seems like we've already witnessed it once. As this game scales, I'm a little afraid for them. We'll see what happens. I mean, they might just take the team fight to the enemy team, and that's all they need in the end when the death timers get long enough. But right now, they're not long enough for that whatsoever. As Greymane leaves the camp in top lane, Umbrebind pulls them in. Diablo gets a Shadow Charge in as well. Champa forward being tickled by Clover doesn't go down immediately, but there's gonna be the Imperious. I believe they ticked one of their marks right there or something, and it just got the damage over time necessary. With 10 talents here around the corner, they're just like, well, we're turtled up a little bit. We have Orphean bottom lane. Let's just go ahead and grab this objective. Excuse me. Grab this Bruiser camp to add some pressure into top lane and also bolster our experience just to get closer, as the Immortal phase will be spawning in the left-right position, and this will be in the defensive position for both teams. So you'll have blue Immortal on the left and red Immortal on the right. Power slide, no mosh pit just yet. That's a Clover taking a whole lot of damage. They need to back off. That's going to be the Divine Reckoning, I believe, from the white main as well. Archon form, nothing really out of the ordinary. We don't have Apocalypse, we have Lightning Breath, but I'm not opposed to Lightning Breath. The only issue with Lightning Breath choosing it this early is that means that Orphea can go into Eternal Feast and get many, many attacks on you as you're just standing there and breathing fire. But we'll see if that's the case. I mean, it might not even be it. It might shred through her and she's not even able to do so. We'll see. Power Slide through from the ETC. Cleanse does go out as well. That's going to be the Archon form popped, as that also was the Eternal Feast on the MyPal who pops the Angelic Armament, goes backwards with the Celestial Charge, and bursts down the Orphea with the Angelic Armament afterwards. Ana does go down on the right-hand side, and this is what I was talking about. The team fight is strong. The race is weak, but hey, they're looking to go ahead and take this first half of the Immortal phase, and maybe I was wrong. Maybe the scaling from Team Alexander Fan Club is way stronger, and they're just going to outscale them into the later half of the game, as well as the Death Timer portion, as I was mentioning beforehand. But this should be almost, if not 100% immortal in favor for Team Alexander Fan Club. Diablo finds the Shadow Charge. Urel coming in for some harassment, just literally just trying to, I think Diablo's, ooh, very good Righteous Hammer. Mosh Pit ETC doesn't actually go out. It was on cooldown. I thought it was actually off. I missed that it was attempted earlier, so that's a Celestial Charge on to Champion Forward, who pops the Angelic Armament. The Immortal is going to be sitting around 1,941. There's going to be the Warden's Cage from Maiev. Eternal Feast comes out from the Orphea once again. Umbral Bind, Spirit of Vengeance. Any problem is out of there, as they just want to back off. Classy so very low. One more auto will be enough, and they end up going down. I believe. Oh no, it was White Mane, or not White Mane. White Mane gets picked off, but I thought it was Grey Mane with the Gilnean Cocktail. Pelita is just like, I don't want to lose my souls. They're gonna lose their souls. Any problem is just, ooh, this is a really rough spot as they get the Spirit of Vengeance through. They don't blink back or anything like that. And now, yeah, they want to poke at this Immortal, but they don't want to stagger out of death. Grey Mane already moves over to this bottom one. Once they see that, they know that Grey Mane's there, so they're gonna try and play this aggressive. There's the Orphea with a chomp right on them. Spirit of Vengeance in. Do they pop it? They don't. And any problem, I think, gets picked off. Vault of the Warden really works out for them right there, and they get the chomp onto them. Meanwhile, though, they do jump onto this MyPal and Pelita, and the Immortal phase does go over to them, but they lose out. Ooh, that's a Nano Boost Orphea, but they're very far away. Curse Bullet does connect onto MyPal. They don't get the slow from the Dread. The Firestorm comes out as well. MyPal taking a bit of a different route. They should have a Celestial Charge if they need it. Gonna pop the Molten Armor, and that will be Immortal into top lane. There's gonna be a Force Wall. Champion Forward might have made a mistake right now, and they don't have the Angelic Armament, they don't have the Ardent Defender to get their health back, and they're still alive right now as the Diablo goes down. They have that kind of Diablo, I just had full souls, now I don't issue. Champa Ford, no mana, still living with 500 health. Immortal is in top lane. Tassadar in Archon form, trying to get a kill here as they are pushing them back and further out. If they have one more shock ray, they could have hit Champa Ford. No, they mounted up and saw that right there. Any problem, though, I think, is really wanting this kill on Urel. Not going to pop that, but here's the thing. The longer they keep him down here, that means that it's just Grey Mane working on this, and the Immortal just now losing his shield. They are going to start chasing this back. Diablo is on their way. This is 4v4. That's a huge chomp, but that's still the Urel going down. Force Wall onto Red 11, but there's an Umbra Bind as well to pull them back, and that should be enough damage. The Spirit of Vengeance doesn't find the damage, but MyPal, oh wow, ETC is able to power slide away, and ETC lives. Top lane fort goes down. Keep front gate takes a little bit of damage, and that will be it when it comes to this Immortal phase. Maybe getting bottom lane fort? Not sure. Alrighty. Ooh, good Shadow Charge right there, but still. 8 souls. Cleanse comes out as well, and they're just going to Fire Stomp him back off. I believe this actually had an upgrade as well. Yeah, the passive. I read this today. This is interesting. So Encore had a change today where it got a new passive where each enemy hit by the Face Melt amp, Face Melt or Amp is reduced by 8%, so you can get your Mosh Pit back way quicker now, but they're not going to be able to use that as Lightning Breath will cook the cow. That's going to be Null going down as well. There's a Nano Boost onto somebody. I didn't see who. Might have actually been onto Orphea, who was picked off. That's going to be a Shadow Charge once again. Champa 4 does go down, and the fort will direct its attention to MyPal Vince, who really doesn't care. The Immortal phase should be announced soon, but since they got the triple kill, they're going to probably invade onto this camp and look for some pressure into that top lane, and they'll probably back off to their own. While they're doing this, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, because we haven't had a chance to see these in the later half of the game. Should be okay. No, they're not gonna get double Bruiser or double Shaman. They're gonna go for a double Impaler for top and bottom with Tassadar down over here. And they don't have any vision of this, at least on the enemy side, because of the fact that there's no wave to kind of proxy vision for them. So ETC is gonna go ahead and take a bit of an adventure. Let's jump back over to Tassadar, who's on this right now, playing to the far side, very good. Pelita's setting up for a Shadow Charge. Does see Red 11 coming in. Good, immediately goes for the Diablo, or excuse me, for the Greymane. That's going to be the Eternal Feast out. They do get the camp. The emergency, or excuse me, the retreat pings are coming out as well. They get the blow up onto the Diablo. Red 11 taking a lot of damage from this Archon form. Any problem coming in here? Going to get the Umbral Bind. No, the Spirit of Vengeance wasn't even used because they were Slept Dart by Hope. My Paladin's coming in. Power Slide. Nice face melt as they if that would have been maybe a triple. Could have been a quad, but it definitely would have been a triple Celestial Charge. But now they just say, Immortal Phase is up. You have things to deal with. Let's just go ahead and race. It's on the race potential side for both teams. This is more in favor for the side of Team Rippers, though, when it comes to race overall. And Urel's looking to maybe jump in here and harass a little bit with that Righteous Hammer. Look at the flank positioning out from them. ETC just going to power slide in. Force Wall to split them. Celestial Charge into one. Champa Forward just gets bursted. No Ardent Defender to use for 10 seconds. I think they might have attempted it, but it just got interrupted. Another Celestial Charge. Red 11 is taking a lot of damage. Greymane is just trying to dump the damage, maybe even trigger the halfway point, as there's going to be a dive onto Nell over here, who gets the massive chomp. Red 11 is going to just power slide away through the fire, and they're able to get out. But this is once again the side of Team Alexander Fan Club scaling and getting this a late game Immortal, I do think. That sleep for real, Koi. That sleep was insane. How you doing? Thanks for coming by as well. Couple Hearths out, I think. Yeah, I think it was Maiev just with Hearth out to be able to get full mana. We are going to be seeing this camp slowly gotten, but surely. Everyone is back up. Excuse me, except for Orphea. She will have Eternal Feast up as well. Diablo is doing Diablo things to the Immortal. Imperius is just sitting in the bush waiting for a Celestial Charge. Champa Forward coming up here does get the Righteous Hammer, and everyone's coming in. Imperius should be coming in as well. Most of the heroics are off cooldown except for Whitemane and Diablo. Whitemane not too far off though. My pal Vince may be looking for a Celestial Charge angle. They're just kind of playing around this. They're poking at this as best they can. Orphea back into this. I can't think of their name immediately. There's going to be the nano boost onto them. That's going to be Diablo getting very low. They go down, but no souls to reset. Celestial Charge finds a double counter kill, and now they're going to be looking at a lot of damage onto JP, who does get the roll away. Champa Forward did use Ardent Defender. It just now ended. They didn't take much damage from the enemy team. This is also going to be My Pal Vince missing the Angelic Armament. Do they have a Celestial Charge? The Umbral Bind will pull them back, and they don't even need it, as this will be the Force Wall onto Hope. Celestial Charge, the burst is there, and they find another kill. You seeing some calls to go ahead and get the fort in, excuse me, the keep in bottom lane. Looks like Urel, oh my god, Maiev is going to go ahead and clear out the Immortal phase. Not the quickest on the race, but for Siege, you definitely probably want this Tassadar down over here with you for that just constant giggle beam. Just tickle the keep. This also means that it will force the Immortal into top lane for the objective phase if they do get it, which they should, because the Maiev is almost done with the Immortal. And the real reason I'm saying it's top lane is because the Immortal goes to the more well-defended lane. Obviously, top lane still has its keep and front gate, so it will prioritize that lane. Bottom lane will be having the Shaman Camp and a Catapult coming through. And what are our Catapults hitting for right now? 300? Just shy of 300. Maybe this one actually is. 285 still. All right, but they do have that pressure mounting into bottom lane that will be needed, that they'll need to address at some point. Hunter, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone. I'll resend your alert when we get back, when we get out of this game. I really appreciate that. Thank you. If someone could shout out Hunter, I would just love that. Thank you. Anyways, Umbro, oh my god, excuse me. Umbro Bind does go out. There's gonna be a Warden's Cage. Everyone's bouncing back in. There's a Force Wall to lock Red 11 back over here. The static charge finds the damage, or excuse me, the shock ray does. They just, the layered abilities right now are coming out from Team Alexander Fan Club is just so well played, as this will be top lane keep going down. Then they have still a very healthy Immortal. Champa Forward will try and come in here. That's going to be the Umbral Bind onto them. Shadow Charge into the wall. They have a Force Wall and the Chomp on top of them. Actually, excuse me, that was the Chomp from the Orphea. That wasn't their own friendly member dying from it. It's just the Chomp happened exactly as they died, and either way, they get picked off as well. Anna's the only one left, and the core will fall here. First game in our final best of 3 will go over to the side of Team Alexander Fan Club. GG. Well played. Thank you, Kalis. Thank you, Trainwreck. What a game. Alrighty. Okay. Let's go ahead and dive back over here. Hello, everyone. You can see talents. Oh, can you see talents? My bad. I did not swap back. I hope I swapped over. I'm sorry if I didn't. I don't think I did. I'm very sorry about that. I hit that at the last second and I just saw your message. Oh no, I did swap over at the last second. Phew! Phew! It's very quick though. Alright, so this is going to be a win from them. So we just have to find out what our next map's going to be, and we'll get going into our, what could be the final game of the evening. While we're waiting for that, let's talk about stream schedule once again, in case you might be just joining us or whatever. Tomorrow night.
You up for some cake and pie later, buddy?
Tomorrow night, no stream planned. I have tabletop sessions with my friends that I run over here, and then Friday, probably no stream, just because of the fact that I will be streaming on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be, oh my god. I'm sorry, Desert just sent just their dinner, and I was, oh my. Sorry, it was delicious looking. Anyways, Saturday will be Fall Guys with Day, Dids, and Totski. That'll be at 6 o'clock PDT. And then Sunday morning at 11 a.m. PDT, we'll be doing Chillrog's Chili Mountain event, and that'll be 11 a.m. PDT, and that'll be 2 best of 3s and 1 best of 5, so roughly 6-ish hours of Here's the Storm. Oh, you're good? Okay, yeah. We're on a 30-second delay, so it's like when I see things in chat, I'm like, oh no! But yeah, okay, cool. Do I have any messages? I have whispers. Oh no, okay, that's from them. All right. So we just have to wait for a lobby and then we'll get going. So yeah, Sunday will be a fun day. Sunday we got a lot of good Here's the Storm action, and then next week, Monday, we're back at it again. We have Monday, that'll be Ghillie Shark Day, where we do our, we do about 3 hours of Storm League with the Ghillie Sharks. Tuesday, I think, is just casting. Wednesday is obviously going to be this again, and then next week, Thursday, same thing. So yeah, sorry, Baja, I had to share it. No. Do not apologize. That looks delicious. I just haven't had many calories today. Like I had a single yogurt for breakfast. I had a sandwich for lunch, which was salami, Swiss cheese, and bacon, and then dinner was a bowl of Cheerios. And then we rinse and repeat that for the next forever, because I just don't eat enough food. Anyways, interesting. Whose map pick is this? Okay. Cool. No, that just looks amazing. That's the kind of food that I'll be able to eat on the weekend. It's just the weekdays I just try not to eat a lot so that I can balance out. Like, there's just cheese on the fries, too. It's so good looking. Oh, come on, Spectrum. Give me back my internet. Thank you, Spectrum. For anyone wondering, this is our current... Actually, let's refresh this. This is probably more updated now. No? Bracket's not updated, but either way, we're down over here. Looks like 4G Sports took a 2-0. I know Brawl's Life made it up against CPOGX Fan Club. We're gonna stop here tonight. Tomorrow night, this'll all be casted. I believe all of this is on the NGS channel tomorrow night. I think these 3 games. It might be semis and finals. I can't remember exactly. But either way. Some good games. It was so good, I bet. I envy you. While we're waiting for players to get into the lobby, I'm actually going to quickly run to the bathroom just because I've had so many liquids and it's already been 2 hours. So BRB really, really quickly from me. Okay. Alrighty, we're good to go. How are all of you? How is everyone's Wednesday? Let's talk about chat. Tonight's gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream, just because we only have these 2 best of 3s, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to go sit on the couch with Bandit, relax a little bit. This week's been a little stressful with the whole announcement of CCL and everything. Nothing bad by any means, just it's stressful because we were all nervous and getting prepped for it, so super pumped about all that, but I still have more work to do, so pretty much after stream, I'm literally gonna go sit on the couch and listen to AGDQ, or excuse me, Summer Games Done Quick, and I have to do, some secret stuff. Even my partner who grew up 90 miles from Philly said it was good. Now that's like the real judgment. That's 100% the real judgment. Ian, Kester, R, Spooky Worm. So yeah, we'll find out. I mean, this could be final game of the evening, or we could be going to a game number 3. I also want to point out that Clover is GM number 69. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm wrestling with micro switch. I need to repair micro switch. What? Can't unlatch it? What's a micro switch? Hi, Daiyuki. How you doing, bud? What's a micro switch? Micro switches. What are micro switches used for? Common applications of micro switches include door, interlock, microwaves, oven, leveling, safety switches, and elevators, vending machines, arcade buttons. Oh god, it's like anything. It's like anything. Alright, I'm just double checking all of our stuff's all correct. Yes. Alright, cool. We're good to go. We're just waiting for our last... Or no. They're in here. We're ready to go. Good luck. Chachos. Perfect. We're gonna run the Stinger again just because I love it. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division Qualifier number 4. We are here on Infernal Shrines. Dear Lord Totski! Totski, thank you so much for the raid as we get into what could potentially be our final game of the evening. Can someone shout out Totski, please? Please don't make it be Totski shouting out Totski again. Totski, bless you. Kalis, thank you. Kalis just... Kalis on point. Thank you all so much! The opening, though? Oh my... The opening is just Pacha. It's just the best thing on earth. Bless Weenus and Murda for making that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Totski, I love you. Thank you so much. Alrighty. If you're sitting at home and you just got raided into this stream and you're like, Bahamut, what the hell is happening? I got you covered, friends. The home team this evening will be Team Alexander Fan Club. They won the coin, or they opted for map pick priority for game number 1, banning out Cursed Hollow and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Sky Temple and Towers of Doom were banned up by the members of Team Rippers. First map was Battlefield of Eternity and won by the members of Team Alexander Fan Club. The losing team, Team Rippers, are allowed first pick or map pick. They opted for first pick for game number 2, meaning that Infernal Shrines was chosen by Team Alexander Fan Club. Let's get back into our draft and see what we have thus far for our ban phases. Cassia. Nexus Gaming Series, why? Thank you so much for bringing all your friends over here. Stop. We just got raided. I just got raided. Thank you, Totski, for shouting out Nexus Gaming Series. Baker Street, thank you for the follow. I love... You beautiful people, thank you for bringing all your friends over here. Holy crap. Nexus Gaming Series, I hope you had a wonderful stream. Baker Street, actually, not the follow. Thank you for the resubscription for 4 months. Thank you so much. B-Ted, thank you for the follow, though. Sorry about that. Mixed that up in my head. I'm flabbergasted by all of you. You beautiful, amazing... Thank you. Thank you. I love you all so much. Seriously. All right. Cassia, Rexar on the left-hand side to be banned out. We have the Maiev and Tassadar to be banned out on the right-hand side. Ana to be the first pick for the right-hand side for the members of Team Rippers, as a Blaze will be immediately grabbed here. Now, I want to point this out for anyone who might just be joining us. Team Rippers, game 1 of match 1 of this evening, literally picked up a Blaze, not a Blaze, they picked up a Cho'Gall, and I just realized that my stream title's wrong, so I'm fixing that really quickly. Team Alexander Fan Club. Sorry, my stream title was wrong. I just now realized it. There we go. I fixed it. New to the game. Thanks for doing this. My pleasure, B-Ted. I love casting. All the kisses. You Oh, Mr. Ghost Pants, how you doing? Sexy beard. Thank you, Real Big Freak. Went well. Has some crazy games, but kept the... I'm sorry, what? We got the boys? Okay, all right. I'm excited about this. I was literally saying that the members of Team Rippers played a Cho'Gall. Oh my god. If they Cho'Galled with the Lost Vikings, I would have lost my mind. I really kind of wish that they were going to go for it. But game 1 of match 1 up against... New Game Plus, they actually Cho'Galled on Infernal Shrines, and so I was really like deep down I was like hoping for it. I didn't want to say too much about it because we were getting to that point, but no, the Cho is banned out, so no Cho'Gall unfortunately, but we still get the Lost Vikings, which is always very, very exciting. Whitemane will be grabbed once again for the members of Team Alexander Fan Club. Blaze Pyro, yeah. Turk? No, it's Champa Ford. Champa Ford is another high tier Master Plus player. I think they're actually GM. I might be wrong by saying Master Plus. Or I guess Master Plus kind of covers it. Not sure. Either way, Deathwing will be grabbed. Whitemane, Imperious, Blaze. Trying to think, like, what are they going to round out the draft with? It's more damage. Do they Tracer? Do they Butcher? There's no way they Butcher, right? What are we going to get from Team Rippers? That's what I want to know. Val will open Orphea open? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Valamar's hasn't picked anything. Wait. Who? Oh, Valera's open and Orphea's open. I'm so sorry, it took me a second. I'm slow today. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Micro switch off. Congratulations on Gary. Cho'Gall plus Vikings. Bet. Body must be OP. Yeah. The net of one body will be up. Oh, there we go.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Sylvanas to round things out. Okay. I feel like the no is to my comment about Butcher about a minute and a half ago, maybe. But either way, I don't hate this. I'm just confused. Like I feel like I'm missing some pieces for this. I don't know how this is gonna go, because like it's not like Vikings is a bad map for Infernal Shrines is a bad map for Vikings. It's just I don't see it ever. I never see it, and I'm really excited to see what they're gonna bring to the table with this. This is gonna be an interesting one. So going into Infernal Shrines for our what could be our final game. Excuse me. Team Alexander Fan Club will be up 1. Team Rippers are gonna be down. Lost Vikings value across the map could be massive, but the thing is their team fight feels. It's not super weak. I guess maybe it's just because there's Vikings up against the Blaze. Imperious Deathwing is just like overbearing or over. It just looks terrifying on paper. We'll have to see here. Either way, let's go ahead and get on into it. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Team Alexander Fan Club trying to take this in a 2-0 fashion. Is it snowing in the Nexus? No. We've got Clazy going to be on the Deathwing. We are going to be seeing the Pelita on that Blaze. Clover will be on the Whitemane. MyPelvince on that Imperious, and Any Problem will be on the Sylvanas. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Team Rippers trying to take us to a game number 3. We got Hope on the Ana, Nenneil, I think it is actually, which I was saying wrong earlier, is going to be on the Orphea. JP will be on that Greymane. Red 11 will be on the Mal'Ganis. We've got Champa Ford on the Olaf, Champa Ford on the Eric, and Champa Ford on the Baylog. Let's get into bottom lane and see what our level 1s look like and what our first engagement is going to be as well. Unfurling Shadows for the Sylvanas. Also a little surprised they're not going to quote-unquote cheese a tower. Actually, they're going to cheese a well. I mean, it's going to regain its little bar right there, and it's just gonna go back up. Yeah, I know, it's weird. not worth it. Maybe they were like thinking about it, but then they didn't like stay in a lane or something. I'm not sure. Who knows? Either way, I think we're still gonna. Are we just gonna see like core 4 push bottom lane? Naniel's so very low. That's Sylvanas actually going down somehow, some way in that engagement. I actually thought the Orpheo was gonna get picked off as they get hit with the Earth Shatter once again. They're gonna try and step into my pal Vince. The Chomp does not connect. They're gonna go. They're not gonna find a pick right there. Sorry, it's not Chomp, and I always blank on this. It is a Chomp. All right, I'm done. Is it snowing in the Nexus? Me goes, not again. Some people I actually like, I hit a nerve with, I feel, when I said that. And they were just like, no, my FPS, no. Ripper's Smurf draft, but I feel like it doesn't matter. Yeah? I don't know about these solo tanks, but I give the advantage to Alexander Fan Club. Okay. Red 11 will get out with a sliver of health, some 200 and something right there. Sleep Dart and Sylvanas, but that's just, they're going to take a nap and Greymane gets an auto into them. Vikings still just doing Viking things. No one really dealing with the Vikings in top lane, seemingly. I think there actually might just be double rotations coming out from Pelita, actually. I might have missed the double rotation. Trying to get some damage on the Champa forward as there's just like Eric, what are you doing there, bud? Oh, we can also, really quickly, we can check on Viking stacks because I want to know how many regeneration globes they're already at. Oh, right, because I can't just click on the Vikings. There we go. 7 stacks on those Vikings already. Oh, we can actually see it right there. Perfect. 3.5. Oh, wait, I don't want to Orphea up. Greymane's a better one to hover over. Looney Tune, thank you for the 11 months, day. People comfy to you, too. I hope you're comfy. I hope everything's just awesome. Or better. You know. Oh my god, Zex, thank you for the 12 months. I'll resend all of your alerts when we get out of game. I love you all very much. Thank you for the support, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been subbed for a year? Seriously, dang. I can't believe you still watch. No, I'm just kidding. my always, like, anytime someone wants to support me, my first reaction is just like, I'm not worth it. Anyways, my Pelvins will be able to get back behind their gate. They're gonna be fine. Clover just gonna be healing up from a distance, a little bit low, but they're gonna get a little bit of a giggle beam on JP, and that's just gonna be Arcane Punisher popping up here in mid lane. No one really having a massive advantage. Actually, you know what? Champa Ford is pushing up the top lane quite a bit. Baylog should be able to make it out just fine. They're actually going to literally just tilt them up there. It doesn't really matter. But this is where the Vikings get the majority of their value. I think we're actually going to see Champa Ford either... Ooh. Oh, Eric, you're not so swift and not so brave. So swift, so brave. Thank you, Zex. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, bud. 6 up on both sides. We do still have a Viking soaking top and bottom, and it really doesn't matter because mid can still just be cycled in by a couple players here and there, so they're really not going to miss out on much experience. But when it comes to the Shrine, I'm trying to see who's really got the better clear over it. Seemingly at this point, it's going to be the side of Team Alexander Fan Club. We do have our Vikings back, so if that's there. 7 Talent here will be here first as well, but they're halfway through the Skeletal Defenders on the side of Team Alexander Fan Club. Giggle game? Yeah, my mouth couldn't make the B word quick enough. Or the B sound. Champ just doing champ things in bottom lane. What are Vikings sitting at when it comes to regeneration? 16 stacks on the regeneration globes already, as there's going to be a Celestial Charge into 1. That's going to be a Cataclysm out from the Deathwing across a lot of members, dealing some significant damage to the Skeletal Defenders as well, which is going to be the Punisher going over to the side of Team Alexander Fan Club. Not gonna lie, there's a little bit of me inside that wants the Vikings to win here. I'll be honest with you, chat, but my own personal things, or my own personal desires and wishes aside, this is going to be mid lane Punisher coming through. Seems like they're not going to push in too hard with this. We do have a Viking hanging out, but they don't have Bribe, so there's really, I think it might have just been like a scouting thing overall. Interesting as to why they left the Eric over there for so long, but I'm not a GM player who can play Vikings competently, so, you know, I don't have room to talk. I wonder why ban Rexar, which point is OP for Infernal Shrines? Rexar overall is just strong. You can actually, I would probably say, I'm jumping around in questions here. To answer your question, I would say mid and bottom are probably your best bets. Top lane is a little bit more difficult because you don't have as many good areas to stand as the Rexar, and maybe even just have an out as well, because you're pretty much your only engagement points on the top lane is these 4 different openings. So as a Rexar player, that's maybe a little bit more difficult, but I would say mid and bottom are very, very beneficial because you can just macro that bear around and harass people and jump in and out. Meanwhile, Red 11 is taking a lot of damage. There's going to be a chomp from Orphea, but that's Mal'Ganis going down. The camp isn't actually finished out, but Sylvanas is going to get traded out. So it's 1 for 1. Clover gets the channel onto that. They get the camp. JP going to try and jump onto Deathwing, who does have the Draconic Might, I believe, at level 1. which is the reason why you're seeing that shielding pop up whenever they lose some armor plating. Oh my god, Hype Train, why? Oh, Tetra, thank you for the resubscription for 5 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looney Tunes, oh my god, thank you. Thank you for the Hype Train, everyone. Oh my god, thank you. Dear Lord, thank you for gifting a sub, Tetra, to Gomax. Gomax? Thank you so much. Thank you, I love you all, you pretty people. Chaos in the jungle for sure, and we finished level 1. I'm sorry. I need to be focusing on the game as that's the crushing jaws coming out. Sylvanas does go down. Clover very low. We'll be able to get out of there. Dear Lord, thank you all so much. I don't know. I never get sub trains or the hype train. So thank you. It just did. Thank you. Bless all of you. All right, 10 talent here will be here on the left and right hand side in just a moment. So let's go ahead and cycle through those other numbers because we haven't had a chance to see what the damage, experience, and healing is look like. Also, what the Viking value is for the friendly team. 7.3 thousand when it comes to, I believe that's soaking, right? Because it's just roll. I might be wrong on that. We'll have to double check. I might be wrong actually on that stat from that screen. Either way, they've only lost 1 Viking, only 0.25 deaths, because you have 0.25 per Viking death. So losing only 1 so far, not too bad. I believe it was the Eric early in the bottom lane. Tetra all up in here like Cat Jam, exactly. Baja, why? Because Baja. All right. Hype is so. Like when people do nice things for me, I don't know how to talk anymore. All right, I'll be honest. It's just I'm flabbergasted. Thank you. Thank you. Looney Tune, dear Lord, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Holy crap. I'll resend all of your alerts after this. Thank you all so much. Holy crap, we did level 2 as well. Sorry, I invade onto camp on the left-hand side. That's going to be jet propulsion from the Blaze. Coming on in, there's going to be a silence out from the Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. There's also a combustion from the Blaze as they find a double kill, maybe triple. Pelota chasing in. They do have the stim on them. Jet propulsion does connect onto the Greymane. They find that triple kill. Deathwing does land on top of Champ of Horde, looking just to get some extra damage in here as Alexander Fan Club is going to clean up and find a triple kill. Oh my god, Lingarius, thank you for gifting a sub to, Saikun. I'm sorry, Saikun666. Thank you. Thank you! I just have kisses for all of you. Okay, Vikings are doing Vikings things, actually pushing the waves back beyond where they're actually spawning. We do have this Blaze just jet propulsing out of that top lane. Meanwhile, the objective phase is still up, and Team Alexander Fan Club will be having overall control for this. 13 talent here will be running through in just a second on both sides. Night Rush coming out, but oh no, Clover gets hit by that one. I thought it was going to expire before that. Crushing Jaws will come out, sidestepped by 2. Bellowing Roar will be out from the Deathwing as well. That's a Celestial Charge onto 2 players as well. There's a lot of damage onto the Greymane. Uses one of the minions to dive away as we have the Carrion Swarm from the Mal'Ganis to get the damage, or excuse me, to get that healing back up as there's a whole lot of damage onto Orphea. I don't think you win through that one. That 1v1 does not go in your favor, and that will be Deathwing finding another pick right there. Don't even... KPB, please. Jet propulsion right out of there, and Punisher will be spawning in bottom lane. I'm looking at this right now. Looks like there's a Viking still pushing out the waves in top. Deathwing is just like, I don't care about the Viking. I just want to possibly save my fort. Maybe get a Viking kill? They are played again Vikings. I'm watching bottom lane really quickly. This is such a good harassment from Champ of Horde. Because they're keeping Deathwing from getting to the team fight with the friendly team. Oh, wait, that might have been a mistake. Maybe? No, they don't get it. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, let's go look at this, because I don't think we want to watch a Viking get chased. I don't know, maybe we do want to watch a Deathwing chase a Viking the entire time. A wave actually came up here and got the fort regardless, so it actually doesn't matter. They could have... I realistically think that Deathwing could have probably pushed with the friendly team. A little bit more zoning control with the Deathwing with the Molten Breath and everything, but either way, they still get the experience in top lane. It is going to be a solid level lead for the members of Team Alexander Fan Club, and they still got the fort in bottom and a keep front gate. That's not too bad for them. Want to peek over the Vikings right now. 20.5 increased health regeneration. They regenerate their health at 27 HP a second for these Vikings. Very, very, very strong for them. Champ is just being such an annoying factor in this game right now, and it seems like they're just gonna be sitting on this camp and getting ready for some mid lane pressure. I think Deathwing did drop down into mid lane. I think I saw the minimap correct. Yeah, they're full on their shielding and everything, so that will be just mid lane being cleared out, and I think they just disengage and they just wait for 16s on both sides. Looks like mouse surgery went well. Congratulations, Langary. I'm glad. I saw your messages about the double click and stuff. I just unfortunately couldn't read them at the time, I don't think. Either way, that's going to be a ton of damage onto Clover, but a Celestial Charge will come through. That's going to be the counter kill onto Orphea. 1-for-1 Cataclysm from the Deathwing will be coming through as there's Angelic Armament going out into someone. The Vikings are currently chasing any problem, but they're going to maybe turn this around as they find a double kill onto the Vikings. Blaze is going to pop the combustion from them as well as Hope is very slow on the Oil Slick. They take a bit of a nap. Another nap going to be coming out. Celestial Charge into Red 11, and they just turn around and say, I'm going to Jet Propulsion into this Blaze. That's going to be the Mal'Ganis with Blind as a Bat from level 16. I think that was a snap pick onto that. It ends, and they end up going down. Vikings respawn into top lane with Play It again, and they continue to push things out, causing Sylvanas to have to deal with them up there. They do throw a whole lot of damage out. This is Unfurling Shadows build, but no... oh god, I'm blanking on the name. It's the stacking one from level 4, I think, right? It's where you can throw the Banshees and mark people, but I guess you don't want to be throwing out your Banshees and potentially just wasting them to mark someone so you can get Unfurling Shadow stacks, but I believe you probably could be stacking those a lot quicker. Regardless, camp to be on the top left to be grabbed here, and they'll be having some extra pressure into that lane. Taking a keep over protecting fort, that's going to be, that's going to fall anytime soon. Yeah. Like, I saw what Deathwing was doing. Like, I got their purpose and everything because they didn't want the top lane to constantly just be pushed in. But like that Viking did. Champ of Ford's doing a really good job of harassing and just keeping them back. Like, it's very, very well played for them. As I was about to say, like, as I say that they're going to lose their Eric. Speaking of, I'm just 50 stacks, 25.5 on that one right there. Curse Bolt goes out. They don't get on the point quick enough. I think they're going to use the Bellowing Roar. It actually comes out right there. Mal'Ganis is going to be split from the friendly team. That's going to be the combustion from the Blaze as well. That looks like there's just a Earth Shatter from Deathwing. There's a Sleep Dart onto the White Mane, which does yield the kill onto Blaze. Mal'Ganis will be traded out. Clover is being harassed. There's a Crushing Jaws coming out, does pull the Imperious in. They could look for a reverse Celestial Charge, and they might get it onto one right there. I can't actually tell. Orphea gets a whole lot of damage as well, but My Pal Vince going to be able to back out of here. Champ of Horde with one of the Vikings chasing in. They get a huge stun. White Mane actually going to get a bit of a... actually, no, Sylvanas gets the kill right there onto Orphea. I thought that was onto a Viking just based on model size. They're chasing in. Banshees forward. They don't find JP, but they're going to find one Viking. Can they find a second and a third? Play It again is off a cooldown, and I think that's exactly the game plan for the Vikings maybe here. My Pelvins gets dismounted. Yeah, that's well played. And top lane gets cleared out. Next objective is up and available already, and it will be Frozen Punisher into mid lane with the periodic catapult pressure into bottom lane already. Received level 2 hype train emote. Hell yeah! Thank you so much for the hype train, everybody. I really appreciate that. Thanks for gifting subs and giving some bits. Seriously, thank you. I promise Saturday night we'll do Bark Box for Bandit. Maybe we'll do that like at the start of the stream on Saturday. Like right before we get into Fall Guys. Or maybe we'll do it after Dids leaves us because he hates me. One of the two. He hates me because I like Fritos. That's why. I'm waiting to see if I can summon him by just literally talking about that. I doubt it, but we'll see. Anyways, mid lane objective is slowly going over in favor for Team Alexander Fan Club. This is down 20 talents on both sides. They can look for the invade onto this. They just got to make the play happen now, and they're going to go in for that. Curse Bolt does connect onto the Deathwing as they poke with the Orphea as well. Pelta just going to be clearing out the wave. Maybe actually looking for a Jet Propulsion into the backline. Nice Earth Shatter from the Deathwing as they get the Cataclysm across this. They do have the majority of the Skeletal Defenders. Bellowing Roar does come out as well, and that's going to be the Mal'Ganis going down. We do have a Sleep Dart onto one. Classy very low with some like 800 health. That's going to be in Angelic Armament, but they do get the Blaze. Angelic Armament doesn't find the damage. They get the Viking Snipe at least. But the mid lane will be having a Frozen Punisher. Deathwing takes flight to get their full health back. He hates us all. Isn't it true, Tatsuki? Exactly, Langaria. Choo-choo. Punisher takes down mid lane fort. Does it get more than just keep front gate here? Mal'Ganis is down for 20-some seconds. Giggle beams coming out from White Mane as you hear that that laugh. Meanwhile, Vikings in top lane. I didn't look at this earlier, and I want to look at it now because I have a chance. 26,000 Viking soaking. I just want to look. Okay, no. So that roll is from something else. Either way. Blaze with like 17,000, but Sylvanas will lock down the tower for a few seconds here. The Punisher does the exact same thing. Now that that's ended, they're just like, you know what, let's get out. We don't have the Blaze for a while here, so we don't have more of that setup. And also the Vikings are slowly pushing in the waves, and we need to go manage those expectations in Vikings. Champ, where are you going with this Baylog? Just gonna take out, just taking out the catapult, or just taking them on an adventure. Eric was up in the top lane pushing out. Olaf's hanging out in mid. Looks like we have a running. Yeah, they're taking them on an adventure. This is just full harassment from Champ of Horde, just to literally buy some time. Because now we have Eric got out, Olaf's in mid, Camp in bottom lane was grabbed because they were all chasing that around. Gives time for them to be able to get the their 20 talents here, but Crushing Jaws will come out. The cleanse will be there as well. Trainwreck got some cheese apparently, it looks like. Yeah, Zeev. Yeah, Giggle Beam. We have a lot of talent adjustment names, like, you know, Spinny Shooty Shot for Vala for Strafe, because I forgot that one night when I was casting, and I was just like, this is what we're gonna say in the middle of the game. Apparently, I think the Ghillie Sharks call Archon Tassadar Acorn. The Giggle Beam also is from the Ghillie Sharks too. There's Slappy Ghost, which is the Ravenous Spirit from Nazebo. We got a couple little variations for some of these names. Either way, this is gonna be chase into mid lane onto a Viking or two. They just really hate this Olaf, who's gonna live and probably regenerate all their health immediately because they have a 39.9. They have 40 HP per second when they regenerate. So yeah, that's one of those moments where you just don't get any value. Maybe, I wonder, these Vikings like start to really scale in the late game and they're just way too hard to actually kill and deal with because their health regeneration as well as just their mobility. We'll see. So it's a close game in my opinion, honestly. I know the structures might look different on the minimap, but I think this game, like this later half of the game, this is really different. We do also have Blind as a Bat picked up from the Mal'Ganis, so that is something we have to consider as well. That's going to be the Carrion Swarm coming out. There's a Crushing Jaws. Mypel Vince is going to be caught inside of all that. Angelic Armament was used during all of that as well, and they're staying alive. 19 health will be what they walk out with as they get the healing from Whitemane just in time. Gonna Celestial Charge in, but they miss it right there. That's a... Oh, they tap well. Sorry. And this is Red 11 in the backline. There's going to be a Bellowing Roar as well. They did use the Blind as a Bat. They go down. Greymane goes down as well. Vikings in the backline trying to get some value here. Cataclysm coming out from the Deathwing back into this fight. Hope is going to be split from the friendly team as it looks like the Orphea is trying to find the damage they need to kill someone on the left-hand side. Crushing Jaws comes out, but it's sidestepped. They get the kill onto the Ana, and this is just going to be Orphea trying to get out of here. Does get the Shadow Waltz into them. Jet Propulsion from the Blaze, looking for a couple Vikings. There is still that Olaf dead for the next 40-some seconds. They could look to play it again. This is a no-kill onto Orphea still. Subjugated by Whitemane. They're going to go down. Next objective, though, is up and available. It will be bottom lane, and this couldn't be better for the side of Team Rippers. If anything, I'll be honest, I think Orphea should have died faster. Due to the fact that you would have been able to respawn closer with your friendly team. Now you have an Orphea that's roughly 20 seconds staggered out from the rest of your friendly team, and you are going to be down a person in a team fight. I know you have the Vikings and everything like that, but still, like you're still missing that burst from Orphea. And so it's just, since it's all staggered out, I think this is easily objective over. But now Champ of Horde's like, I'm just going to do top lane things. I'm just going to go push things up. They also did go into Fury of the Storm, so this gives them faster wave clear to push these waves up a little bit more in their favor. And since they do have the periodic catapult pressure, they're going to have that up here. 354 in auto coming out from those catapults. But I think, if anything, maybe Blaze stays here and they push up with the Immortal and look to potentially in-game. Punisher, excuse me. Mortar Punisher for bottom lane. Scaled pretty much. We are 19 minutes in this game. This big boy slaps. Looks like Vikings are still being dealt with by Blaze, which they could probably play it again at any point and literally just leave Blaze. And I think Blaze knows this. They're just gonna mount up and join the friendly team. They're like, this is just a waste of time for me. Like, if we end off of this, the Vikings won't end. The Vikings won't go through a keep and everything that quickly. Carrion Swarm does come out early. Bellowing Roar from the Deathwing as well. Clover gets dove on, but that's going to be the Divine Reckoning drop down as well. Clover taking a lot of damage. Night Rush coming out from the Mal'Ganis. The Chomp comes out, and that will be Greymane Greymane and Whitemane going down. There's a Cataclysm out from the Deathwing. Hope will go down on the right-hand side. Mypel Vince very low. And oh my god, I can't believe it. Mypel Vince lived through all of that. Hello? Red is going to go down. Punisher's currently slapping Core. Like, the Punisher's like, guys, do you want to end? And now they run towards Core. It looks like they are going to be able to take this game. Only Orphea and Vikings are left. I think they did play it again. Cooldown on it's very, very long, so I'm assuming so, yeah. Either way, the core will fall, and that's going to be Team Alexander Fan Club making it into the semifinals tomorrow night. GG. Well played.